The true greatness found in the strength and character of a soldier is a direct reflection of the unit they serve, for it is the unit that is responsible for providing the structure and the training to nurture a soldier, helping them realize their full potential. By definition, the term combat support refers to units that provide operational assistance and fire support to combat elements. Since its activation on 27 May 1944, at a time when the world was at war, the 23rd Chemical Battalion was activated in Bristol, England, out of urgency as a smoke generator battalion under 1st Army. The men and women of the 23rd Chemical Battalion have done far more than merely support the combat arms. They fought right along beside them. During the invasion of Normandy, 6 June 1944, less than 2 weeks after its activation, the 23rd provided smoke support on land and sea. Lieutenant Colonel Charles G. MacArthur, Chemical Warfare Service representative, insisted that one smoke battalion be earmarked for tactical employment with combat forces, and it was to be in this role, rather than through their part in the concealment of rear areas, that smoke units were to make their most effective contribution. The 23rd Battalion, commanded by Lieutenant Colonel William M. Fisk, included the 79th, 80th, 84th, and 161st Smoke Generator Companies, earmarked for duty on Omaha Beach, chemical decontamination troops, scheduled to go ashore with the initial landings, were there first to use smoke pots and M2 generators to provide any necessary smoke, with 2 companies on land and 2 on offshore trawlers, would assume responsibility for the anti-aircraft smoke on Omaha Beach. Both the 79th and 80th Smoke Generator Companies, with their men and M1 smoke generators, aboard 30 of His Majesty's trawlers, arrived off Omaha Beach on 9 June, where they served as the offshore element of the 23rd Battalion smoke installation. The battalion was inactivated on 12 November 1945 from the European theater after earning 5 campaign streamers for Normandy, Northern France, Rhineland, Ardennes-Alsace, and Central Europe. Reactivated on 1 February 1949, at the Army Chemical Center, Aberdeen Proving Grounds, Maryland, the unit was redesignated the 4th Chemical Smoke Generator Battalion. During the Korean War, the battalion provided smoke support to the United Nations Command, adding 10 campaign streamers to its unit colors for both the UN Defensive and UN Offensive, the Communist Chinese Forces (CCF) intervention, 1st UN Counteroffensive, CCF Spring Offensive, UN Summer-Fall Offensive, 2nd Korean Winter, Korea Summer-Fall 1952, 3rd Korean Winter, and the Korea Summer-Fall 1953 campaigns. In recognition of his service in Korea, the battalion was awarded 2 meritorious unit commendations and 2 Republic of Korea Presidential Unit Citations embroidered Korea. On 4 March 1954, the battalion was redesignated the 4th Chemical Battalion and restationed to the Federal Republic of Germany. During their time in Germany, the battalion worked closely on improving American-German relations, even having their own Friendship Day. Friendship Day, held on May 22, 1957, was designated by Lieutenant Colonel Louis Ruiz, then commanding officer of 4th Chemical Battalion. Another great honor came in April of 1959, when Sergeant Major for the 4th Chemical Battalion, Damon L. Thomas, was promoted to Master Sergeant grade E8. Although the grade of E8 was not uncommon in other branches, it is believed that Master Sergeant Thomas was the first chemical sergeant to have this distinction in Europe. On 15 June 1959, the 4th Chemical Battalion was inactivated in Germany. The battalion was reactivated as the 23rd Chemical Battalion under the 20th Support Group of the 19th Theater Army Area Command in Korea. This distinctive unit was activated to provide Korea with an intra-theater decontamination ability. The 23rd Chemical Battalion was the first of its kind in the free world. It is the only chemical battalion with a mission to provide NBC decontamination support to an entire army. It was the first combined nation chemical battalion, with soldiers from the U.S. Army, Republic of Korea, both active and reserve, as well as soldiers from the Korean Service Corps. To embody the spirit of such a movement, the battalion adopted the Korean phrase "뭉치자" as its motto, which means two joined as one in English. This is certainly a motto that is grounded in fact. While in Korea, the 23rd Chemical Battalion initiated a leaders certification program to indoctrinate chemical soldiers into an organization that symbolized both distinction and an affiliation with a proud history, and would honor men of Heavy Motor Platoon H Company who gave their lives on Hill 303 during the Korean War. Colonel Michael Beloit, while serving as Battalion S3 under the command of Colonel Greg Olson, currently Assistant Commandant of the Chemical, Biological, Radiological, and Nuclear School, initiated the research into Hill 303 and as it relates to the Korean War. The 23rd Chemical Battalion wanted to honor those killed as fallen but not forgotten by ascending the same hill that the soldiers of the Heavy Motor Platoon of H Company did in 1950. The culminating event was the Ruck March up Hill 303, where at the top, looking over the Naetong River Valley, the leaders of the 23rd Chemical Battalion would be awarded their Chemical Corps branch insignia, with a 23 adorned on top and the battalion coin. When Lieutenant Colonel James Bonner assumed command in 2006, he felt the program should be opened not just to the leaders of the battalion, but the soldiers as well. He visualized that program was not a rite of passage for the leaders, but a qualification consisting of all the skills necessary to perform in a chemical unit. The latest amendment occurred when the battalion deployed for Operation Enduring Freedom from 2006 until 2008 in support of the 82nd Airborne Division. The battalion leadership recognized this deployment as certification. All soldiers and leaders who deployed received the 23rd Chemical Battalion belt buckle. The 23rd Chemical Battalion was ordered on 24 June 2004 to inactivate its 267th and 501st Chemical Companies and its Echo Company Heavy Decontamination Preposition Stock Chemical Company. The 23rd prepared its remaining HHD and 61st and 62nd Chemical Companies for redeployment to Fort Lewis no later than 16 December 2004, where it is presently located. On August 10, 2006, the battalion was called upon to provide support during the Tripod Complex fire. 6 platoons from the 23rd Chemical Battalion deployed with hundreds of other soldiers from units across Fort Lewis, forming Task Force Blaze in order to battle the wildland fires spreading across Washington state. Today, the 23rd Chemical Battalion, located in Fort Lewis, Washington, continues to embody the spirit of the Army, breaking ground by being the first combined nation chemical battalion, setting the standard on what it means to be a certified leader of the Chemical Corps, forever adapting to better suit the needs of the Army and this great nation it serves. The heroes of the past may be gone, but their spirits never leave us. All have sacrificed for the people of this great country. Today we welcome heroes of the Chemical Corps and give them recognition that is just deserved and proper.